Hi, this is Rook from Condemned. In this episode of Results, we'll be looking at combo fields, in particular, fire and ice. Of the 8 professions, necromancers, engineers, and elementalists can create the most combination fields, with engineers being able to create 5 different fields. Now some could argue that rangers should be added to that group when you include their pet abilities, but that's a debate we'll save for another day. The staff elementalist has access to 4 combo fields, and it is the only profession that can currently create lightning fields. Between 1 necromancer and 1 elementalist, a party can actually create any combo field except for smoke. Using an ability that creates any one of the 9 combination fields, followed by one of the 4 combination finishers, can create a very useful additional effect. Let's get into 2 of these fields and when it would be a tactical advantage to use them in a fight. A staff elementalist can create an ice combo field using the water magic skill Frozen Ground. This skill chills foes in the target area and stacks more chills if they remain in the area during its 5-second duration. This chill condition reduces movement speed by a full 66%. It also makes skills recharge 66% slower, a huge penalty that can quickly turn the tide of battle. Using it following or in conjunction with other opener combos, it can keep enemies in place and mitigate incoming damage. So Frozen Ground is a great skill just by itself, but combine this with a projectile finisher through the ice combination field and you extend the chilled effect by 2 seconds, or you can spread it to new opponents. An elementalist could engage the enemy by striking with Frozen Ground in the enemy lines, then switch to Earth and spam stoning on a target and watch the chill combos multiply. Chasing down foes? Not a problem, even if they're slightly out of range. Drop Frozen Ground as close as you can and then shoot longer projectiles, like a longbow ranger with the right traits, or the elementalist utility skill Arcane Blast with its 1500 range at the fleeing enemy. If it goes through the field, it will chill them long enough for you to get in range again. So ice combos with projectiles sound like good openers and closers. But what if you combine it with a blast finisher? A blast finisher will give affected allies a frost aura. This 4-second buff chills nearby opponents that attack. It's probably not a good opening move given its short duration, and it's not a good closing move given the fact the enemy is probably running away. However, it's great as a defensive move in your mid to back line if melee classes and pets are trying to get deep into your lines. Between the Frozen Ground and the Frost Aura, your ranged and more squishy teammates will have several seconds to kite while the enemy is chilled. Plenty of time to call out that there are overextenders in the back line and have your team collapse on them if necessary. Would you ever recommend to your teammate to cast a fire field amidst your own team where it cannot even damage the enemy? An enemy that is around the corner or outside a wall? The warrior is considered a mighty opponent, but what if we could all be mighty? A fire field combined with a blast finisher can give your allies might for 20 seconds. In World versus World, or structured PvP, that translates into an increase in power of 105 for a very nice long damage buff. It's great to use before you begin a big push or before the enemy breaks down the door and comes charging in. You can use it during a fight, of course, but by then you might need more water combos for heals, or smoke, light, and dark combos to mitigate damage. A good player will feel how the fight is progressing and improve damage to either root the enemy or mitigate damage to keep his own team from collapsing. A fire field combined with projectiles will cause enemies to burn, and more combos will stack the duration. As long as the projectile goes through the field at some point, it will create the combo. You can actually see that you are successfully creating combos even with no targets. Put down the combo field and send a projectile through it, and you can see the message on your screen indicating success. Now what about multiple fields? Here I put down a water combination field and then a fire field closer to a target. The projectile finisher only creates a combination with the first one that it touches, in this case regeneration. We do have some results videos on other topics, and if you have questions or know the answers, be sure to check them out and let us know what you think. Topics include Mesmer portals, Elementalist movement skills such as Ride the Lightning and Lightning Flash, and Elementalist healing, and the water combos that can double their effectiveness. But for me, right now, it's back to work.
13
This
seconds
is Rook
on
from
mine.
Condemned. Thanks for watching. We'll see you out on the battlefield.
Water reflections up.
This is fucking hilarious.
Spike
What's
is
going down?
Trace is going next.
If you don't have it, pop to your shield, knock it back. You see him running in.
Not throwing it yet, not throwing it. Now. Can we push out? I'm pretty sure we can push out on that.
I think we're good.
Alright.
Hold on, we don't have enough cooldowns for it, Trey.
Alright, wait.
10 seconds is that.
They got an arrow cart right outside.
That's
Push
fine.
out, res me,
Just push
glide.
out. 5, 4, 3,
Go on left side
2,
of the wall.
1, go.